Solve 3 over x squared plus 3x plus 4 over x equals 5 over x plus 3. In a problem like this, where there's a denominator that's not factored, x squared plus 3x, the first step is going to be factoring it, because that will help us figure out what the restrictions are, and it will help us figure out what the LCD is. So I'm going to start by factoring that x squared plus 3x. We can pull out a greatest common factor of x, and that leaves us with x plus 3 as the leftovers. So this becomes 3 over x times x plus 3 plus 4 over x equals 5 over x plus 3. Now we need to look at the restrictions. If we look at the denominators, one of them is x, so we know that x can't be 0. Another one is x plus 3, so we know x plus 3 can't be 0. And if that's true, we subtract 3 on both sides. This tells us x can't be negative 3. So we've got those restrictions. If we look at the other denominator, though, those factors are also x and x plus 3. So we know that x can't be 0 and x plus 3 can't be 0, but we've already taken those into account. So in this case, we have two restrictions. X cannot be 0 and x cannot be negative 3. Now that we've taken care of the restrictions, we need to find the LCD so that we can get rid of those denominators. If we look at the denominators, we can see that x is a factor in a couple of them. So the LCD is going to have an x in it. And also it has to have an x plus 3 because x plus 3 appears as well. But once we have an x and an x plus 3, that takes care of all the factors and all the denominators. So that becomes our LCD. And so now we need to multiply both sides of this by x times x plus 3. It's a little bit more complicated, but it shouldn't be a problem. Let's look on the left. We're going to have to distribute the x times x plus 3 to both of those terms. In the first term, the denominator is x times x plus 3. So when we multiply by x times x plus 3, the x's and the x plus 3's cancel, and we're just left with that 3. Then in the second term, notice that there's an x in the denominator. That's going to cancel with the other x. And so we're just left with that x plus 3 times 4. And so we can write that as x plus 3 times 4. On the right-hand side, notice that the x plus 3's cancel because we've got one in the denominator and one out front. So we're left with the x times 5, which gives us 5x. And now we're ready to solve. We can distribute that 4 on the left-hand side. So we've got the 3 out front. 4 times x is 4x, plus 4 times 3 is 12. And then on the right, we have 5x. We can combine like terms on the left. 3 plus 12 is 15. So 15 plus 4x equals 5x. We need to eliminate one of the x's, and we can do that by subtracting 4x from both sides. That leaves us with 15 on the left and x on the right. We check our restrictions. X can't be 0 or negative 3, but 15 is allowed. So this is a solution, and so our final answer is going to be x equals 15.